Hello, my dear friends. I'm Stanislav Shamayev, a licensed business immigration and corporate attorney in Miami, Florida. In today's video, we're going to be discussing how to upgrade your non-immigrant visa to get the EB-1A Extraordinary Person Visa. At the end of this video, you will be able to learn how to get a free evaluation of your case for the talent visa. Let's go. Press that like button because you want to give me some love and some support, because you love my content and you want me to continue doing what I'm doing. Why are we talking about switching from non-immigrant visa to the immigrant visa? First of all, this is a big picture for those of you who are coming to the US to work on the non-immigrant visas. L1, H1B, E2, O1, maybe you're going to school on F1 visa, maybe even you're here on a tourist visa, you came as a tourist, but then things changed and you're considering to get the approval for EB-1A, the Extraordinary Person Visa. First of all, guys, I know some of you still think that EB-1A visa is like for a genius, someone with Nobel Prize, someone with Grammy Award, someone who is like the top person in the country, a scientist or whatever that is. Guys, this is not true. What's the right Stanislav has to say that? Well, because we file probably anywhere from 10 to 20 EB-1A petitions a month. Not in a year, not in 5 years, a month. In a year, we can file at least 150 petitions for EB-1A, most of which are going to be approved because we have 90% plus approval rates. This makes me a person who knows what are those petitions, what's in them, and who are the people who file them and who get the approval. I can tell you right now that 90% of my clients who file for EB-1A, they are just very good at what they do. Either they professionals, engineers, doctors, IT people, architects, designers, whatever that is. Like people who basically either have to have a license to practice their profession or they have to have a lot of education, be it like a formal education or self-education. Okay, so professionals. Almost any person who is a professional in that person's field can get EB-1A. Because the talent is not something fictitious. A talent from the point of view of the immigration services is something that is measured. What is the metrics of the measurement? Well, the criteria. And we need at least 3 out of the 10. Of course, our petitions are 5 to 7 criteria on average, but we need at least 3. Why we want to make more? Well, if it's very subjective. So if the officer thinks this doesn't satisfy the law, then we can go down a little bit, but we're still above the 3 criteria. This is important to understand because I know some of you like, oh my God, I'm not even gonna try to get a free evaluation of my case from Stanislav, which is really easy to do. Just go down below this video. There's a link to the form, free evaluation. Click on it. Spend 15 minutes, give me all the details. I'll get back to you within 48 hours and tell you if you qualify or if you don't. It's easy. Some of you don't want to do this because you think that you're not good enough. This is probably not true. So please get your free evaluation so I could see what's going on. And don't try to make self-qualification. You can see something, but definitely not going to see the whole picture. If you on non-immigrant visa in the US, how is that going to happen? That provided you can satisfy at least 3 criteria out of the 10 and you want to file for EB-1A, how this is going to work? Well, this is going to work this way. We're going to spend about 5 months gathering the paperwork that I request from you by my strategy. You're going to be working with my team, getting all the paperwork. Once we get all that, you get to translate it. In case if it's not in English. If it's in English, no problem. I take a month to write a memorandum of your petition. Get the case together, get the designer, create nice visual of your case in the petition. Pack it up, send it to the USCIS. If it's expedited processing, within 15 days, we're gonna know the decision. And once you're approved, we are going to start the process of adjustment of status. That means that we are requesting the US government to switch your non-immigrant status to the immigrant status without leaving the US and without having the interview. Important to understand that you can do this procedure only after you spend at least 90 days in the US. Because if you do it before the 90 days, there is a presumption that you entered the US with the intent to adjust your status, and the immigration officer may request explanation why that is not so. So basically, you'll have to explain why you are not a camel. Can you explain that you're not a camel? I don't think so. There's no way to explain that you're not a camel when you're a camel. Actually, guys, this is a joke in Russian, so a little bit cultural, but you get the point. You can explain your intent. It's almost impossible. So you have to wait 90 days before you file any petition, just to avoid this presumption. Then probably within 2 weeks, you're gonna get your fingerprints done. So you're gonna go to the field office, they're gonna fingerprint you. And within 2 to 4 months, you're gonna get your green card. This is gonna be very fast. Stanislav, this is really good, but what I need to look at to get my approval for EB1A? Well, guys, let me tell you something. If you're really serious about EB1A, I want you to write scientific articles. Don't be lazy. Don't be scared. Don't think it's impossible. Trust me. It's so possible that almost everyone who is my client doing this. I want you to give me at least 4 scientific articles published in good journals, good websites, or good major press. Okay? Make sure they're indexed. It's recognized within the scientific society. And trust me, it's not as hard as it may seem. Also, if you have a chance to speak at the conference, and even better, if you deliver a speech and you get to be published after this conference, it's even better. The minimum request from me, speak at the conferences. The maximum, make sure whatever you deliver is getting published, because we can satisfy 2, maybe even 3 criteria: the prize and award, the contribution to the field, and the publication. Do not miss out. And those are just a tip of the iceberg. While you are here in your non-immigrant status, spend your spare time writing the scientific stuff, looking for conferences to speak, and maybe getting to judge some competitions. Send your resumes. Speak to people on LinkedIn. Go to the conference just to attend. Connect to those people who organize. Try to see where you can benefit those people. And don't mind doing it for free, because you know why you are doing this. Very important, guys. If you start doing that, if you start becoming a more active and publicly speaking at those events and writing this scientific stuff, you already have way through. Remember, you can get your free evaluation right now to know what else needs to be modified or what else needs to be added to your current petition, so you can make your case the best out of it even before you meet with me at the complex immigration planning. And how to do that, I already told you. You can get a free evaluation of your case. Go down below this video, find the link, click on it. Fill out the form. I'll get back to you within 48 hours. And guys, please comment and ask the questions under this video. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Only 60% of you subscribe. So make sure you subscribe. Follow me on Instagram and TikTok, because I post different content on these platforms. I'm Stanislav Shamaev, a lawyer of the future. Your future begins here. Good luck.